Welcome back to Barcelona, Spain for the final home game of Barcelona as they take on Arsenal. First and second in the table. Only one loss between the two sides, which came last week as Arsenal fell 1-0 to Manchester United. At this point in the season, you got to believe that whichever team wins here is ultimately going to take the league as a whole. They both look dangerous. Arsenal, first time this season, we're going to see a change in their starting lineup as Artem Savchenko is removed from the starting lineup in favor of Samuel Omobo, who's getting his first action of the year, missing week 1 in Africa, and hasn't been a fixture in the side. As we look at Barcelona's lineup, another change, 4-2-3-1. Seeing Matri pulled back into the middle as Ohan Edu gets his first play time of the season. Moyano back in the starting lineup, and Sergei Rudenko left alone again up top. But after last week, Arsenal not able to put in a single goal against Man U. Maybe this Omobo switch is exactly what the team needs to provide a spark. Because going in to this game, we're seeing a Barcelona lineup that hasn't given up a single goal since week 1 against Manchester United.
Vamos, 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 que esto empieza ya.
As we look at Sergei Rudenko now, captain of this Barcelona lineup, and rumors have started to leak out that possibly, or is no new, is an organization that may cause trouble later on down the line with some sort of performance-enhancing drug or something of the sort. Maite Rocho coming out and saying that we randomly test all of our players. There's no one on this Barcelona squad that is dirty. As we see Aganajov come through and pick one out. Arocho also going so far as saying we do not condone those types of actions. Should be an interesting thing to keep an eye on going forward. And already we see Arsenal look much better than they did last week. Attacking harder, looking forward more often. Good ball over the top from Omobo. Well caught out. Guy who didn't see playtime until last week. Aganjanov doing a great job of breaking up that Arsenal attack. And Levek Matri brought back into his natural center back position. Last week played forward, more of an attacking midfield type role. Didn't fully look comfortable, but at the same time it didn't play enough of a factor to alter the outcome of the game as Barcelona came away with the win anyway. Jimmy Kilty with a nice dangerous ball into the middle. Fabian Lopez having to head that thing out over the line for a corner. Edu with a nice little sidestep gets himself into the box. Finally cut out, gets the ball forward to Omobo. Steven Ness cuts off a pass. Moyano, Rebane, and Tomas Rebane puts one top corner. And that play, you can see it all begin to develop off of the interception by Steven Ness. There's a reason that in the Barcelona training grounds they started calling him the lock. He'll take the ball off of anyone in the league. Great movement forward with Danko, Moyano, finally finishing off with Rebane. Barcelona goes up 1-0, and like we spoke about at the start of this game, they've only given up a single goal all season. You have to believe that that might have been a winner right there, unless Arsenal can get the ball forward. Jack Flatch is a guy that I don't even know has gotten a touch yet this game. Hector Saunders, same deal. They've both looked very pedestrian in this first 27 minutes. Well caught out by Maluda. Good ball forward, Moyano, but Reese Morgan there cuts that ball out. Great save. Gotta believe if he doesn't save that, momentum is, we're seeing an ugly swing. Good ball over the top to Omobo. Can't quite get it in across Rebane. Does go off for a corner, though. As we look back on the goal by Rebane. Short corner, looks like it might have taken a deflection off the hand. Good link from Jack Flatch to Stinde Bach, but not enough power to beat Demetriou. Milicevic, a guy that I'm surprised actually kept his spot in the starting lineup, and it was Savchenko that got moved out. Did not have a good week last week. A lot of failed crosses, ill-advised passes. Danko forward to Moyano. Good layoff ball to Ohan Aido. Barcelona 2-0 just before the half. And a guy that hasn't seen a single bit of playtime this season until today gets his first of the year. And that's where Barcelona has showed to be class of the league. It's not one guy beating you. It's not two guys beating you like it is with Arsenal. We're seeing goals coming from everywhere. One from Kilty, Danko, Rebane, Moyano. The goals can come from anywhere on that team.
El colegiado ha indicado que habrá un minuto de descuento.
As we get to the end of this first half, Arsenal have looked dangerous at times, just not able to convert. And Barcelona just It's not the first run that's been beating Arsenal. It's been the second or the third. Take a look at Jack Flatch. Has not, you see it there, 4 touches. Not enough for a guy who, first 2 weeks of the season, looked like he was about to put in 20 goals in 6 games. It's not going to be enough to give Arsenal a chance at winning. Or at least bringing a single point out of this game. Down 2-0 at half is not going to be something easy to come back from. But as we look to start this second half, Arsenal has all the pieces there that if anyone's going to make a comeback and turn this into a game, it will be them. So we see a halftime substitution. Ruben Paz on for Ohan Edo. Gets his goal, gets subbed off. Not a terrible first half of your season. Especially after having been allowed to head back to Africa for week 1, along with guys like Joshua Hamidou and even Samuel Omobo from Arsenal. Terrible pass from Maluda. Clipped out by Omobo. Good ball over the top from Maluda. Gets out to the feet of Rebane. Tom Bjorkander, a guy that we haven't really talked a lot about this season, but has been positive.
Recordamos que los 100 primeros en comprar la promoción de refresco más perrito recibirán un 50% de descuento. ¡Rápido, que vuelan!
Well cut out by Gouveia as Arsenal start getting forward a little bit. Milicevic on the wing. And it's runs like that where they have teams on the back foot. They let their foot off the gas and ultimately end up turning the ball over without anything on net to show for it. Result holds the way it is now. We're going to see Barcelona clear on their own, top of the table. Still undefeated as they go into next week's game against Inter Milan, a team who's on the rise. Poor start to the season. Got beat pretty handily by Arsenal their first matchup. But since then, win over Man U, win over Club America. They take on Bayern Munich today. We could see, if this holds true and Inter take a win, we could see another 1 versus 2 in the table matchup as they take on Barcelona next week. Arsenal finally getting a chance at Club America in hopes that maybe they could turn this downward form into something positive to finish off the season. Flatch with a nice little bit of work there, getting past the first man, but tried doing a little too much there at the end. Garnin can't make it past Joshua Hamidou. That right side for Barcelona is absolutely locked in, not allowing anything up that wing. Ness and Hamidou, both guys with just great all-around skill and good defensive capabilities. Bjorkander, nice take of the ball. Samuel Omobo moving forward. Flatch. Jack Flatch, these last 2 weeks have not looked himself. He's been timid with the ball. Trying to do too much with it, actually. Wanting more to beat the man than score the goal. It's been a strange turn from what we saw weeks 1 and 2, where he had 4 goals. Come down to the final minutes, waiting to see what we have for added time. It's looking more and more like this Barcelona squad's going to remain undefeated. And this was going to, like I said at the beginning of the game, this was going to be a game that possibly decides who the winner of this league is. And Barcelona came out and decided it's going to be us. 2-0 victory off of a great pair of link-up goals for Tomas Rebane and Ohanedo. If I'm the rest of the league right now, I'm concerned about Barcelona. I should have been concerned 2 weeks ago. They've looked on fire. They have that wonderful front four of Rebane, Moyano, Rudenko, and Hamidou. And we haven't seen a single team come up with an answer for the 4 of them. The defense has been impeccable. Steven Ness has been untouchable, as has Jamie Kilty, Levesque Matry, and that 4th center back, or whatever formation they decide to run, whoever they put there has succeeded. Xavier Arangoa, Sasho Aganojov, like, these guys are all linking up so well that it's going to be hard to beat them. Next week they take on Inter Milan, a team who has been on the rise for the last couple weeks, in great form. It's going to be an interesting game, because as much as I thought winner of this game could be the winner of the league, winner of that game probably will win the league. So going on to next week, Arsenal with Club America. Hope to see you then.